Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today we're going to continue to learn about clock, right? So today I have a question for you. Have you ever seen the clock like this?
Yes, I did. My grandmother has it.
Yeah. So have you ever seen the clock like this?
Yeah, I have it at my house.
How are they different? How you think?
This one looks old one.
Yeah, so this one, it's mechanical, so we can see all of the numbers, we can see hands on it. And this one, that's electronical, so we actually see just the digits on it, right? But it shows the time the same, right? Guys, now I have a question for you. Have you ever seen something like this?
Yes, I did.
Have you ever seen something like this?
Yes.
So that's AM, the letters AM and PM after the number. How do you think? What that's mean?
I don't know.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna learn today. This is AM and PM. So AM after the number, it means the time before noon. That's common activities that happen in the AM. So that's something like breakfast, like getting dressed. We wake up, we get dressed, we having breakfast. And PM, that's something that happen afternoon. That's the common activities that happen in the PM. That's something like lunch, dinner, that's when we go into sleep. So I want you to listen the song. So that's what we learned in the previous lesson and what we're gonna learn today. That's the clock like we have here, right? Not like this one. So boys and girls, so you understand that's something we do before noon. It's AM. That's when we wake up. That's when we go into school.
Have a breakfast.
Have a breakfast, right? Something coming which is after 12. It calls PM. The time afternoon. We know that noon. That's 12 o'clock. That's when our minute hand and hour hand shows 12, right?
Right.
So now I want you guys to think about when we have our breakfast.
In the morning, so it's AM.
That's AM, right? You're right. So when we wake up, that's AM or PM?
AM.
Yes. So we wake up, we have breakfast. All of this, yes, all of this happen AM. Now think, when we have our math class. Yes, because that's different. Sometimes we have our math class in the morning. Sometimes we have it before we go before we go
Right.
home, right? At 1 p.m. So it can be both, right? But what time we usually do our homework? A.m. or p.m.?
We do it after school, so it's PM.
Yes, you're right. That's p.m. What time we usually go to bed? Bless you.
Thank you. We going to sleep?
Yes.
PM.
Right, a good job. So I'm gonna have some worksheet for you. You're gonna work it by yourself. Then you're gonna share with your partner. You're gonna talk about this. You're gonna share and talk. But first, I want you to practice. We have to practice together. Okay?
Okay.
So look at this picture. How do you think? When does it happen? That's a.m. or p.m.? That's a girl we see,
What
right?
she's doing here?
I think she's doing her homework because she's by herself, right? There are no other students. So how do you think when it happened?
I'm doing homework at home after school, so it's PM.
Yes, you're right. So when does it happen? What do you see
Oh.
on this picture?
Guy going to school.
How do you know he's going to school?
He's picking up his jacket and backpack.
Yes, but probably he just put his backpack and his jacket.
You're
So,
right.
so it might happen.
PM or AM, we don't know.
Right, we don't know this exactly when we look at the picture.
Okay.
But when we do it, we know exactly. Because that's mean that on the picture you have to be very careful. You have to take a close look. So, how do you think when this happened? AM or PM?
It's evening time. Girls,
How you know that's evening?
she's reading book before going to sleep.
Yes. So we know that when we wake up, we have no time to read books. We usually go to brush our teeth, to have
Yes.
breakfast. So that's
PM?
PM. Good job. So guys, before you're gonna do this worksheet, I wanna ask you some questions. How do you think? What time? What part of the day we usually do? We usually brush our teeth. Is it AM or that's PM?
I do it twice per day, in the morning and evening.
Yes. So you do it when that's AM or that's PM or both?
Both. AM and PM.
Yeah. So you do it this 2 times. Where you usually ride your school bus?
In the morning,
Yeah, but when you coming back from school
PM.
and PM, right? So when you do your worksheet, be careful because some things we might do in a PM and some things we might do in an AM, right? So when we have breakfast, that's definitely AM. When we have dinner, that's definitely PM because that's afternoon, right?
Right.
So do your worksheet and then share and talk with your partner about your answers, right? So at this moment, the student's gonna do the worksheet. Teacher gonna check, go around and check their works. If they need extra help, the teacher can provide it. The teacher can write something on a whiteboard or provide additional explanation. Okay, boys and girls. So now we understand, right? That AM, that's the activities which happen when?
In the morning before noon.
Before noon, before our
Before
hour and minute hand goes there, right?
right.
What says PM? What activities going happen in PM?
We have a dinner.
Yeah.
Going to sleep. We do our homeworks. We
Yes.
playing on playgrounds with friends.
So now when we see that 3 p.m., so we know what that's mean, right?
Yes.
That's 3 p.m. That's the time when we came from school, right?
Right.
Yes. Okay, so we will see how you understand this. I'm gonna give you a homework and you're gonna bring it to me, right?
Okay.
Okay. So here the teacher will provide 3 different assessments. Assessment 1 is for students who are struggling or ELL students. It has a lot of pictures to help children understand the task. The second one is for students who are on level. And the second assessment, it asks children to write sentences about AM and PM, so that's for children who are on advanced level. Thank you. Thank you, children.